Hello and welcome. My name is Deborah Guthrie, and joining me today is Regina Carey. She is the founder of Carey On. You are a coach, you are a motivator,
Yes.
you are a passion instigator, and a consultant.
Yes.
And I want to thank you for coming on. Regina
Thanks.
was with us last year during our for our March's Women's History Month Women in Leadership series.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to have you back. Last year you were just getting started
Yes.
and you were explaining your business, sharing with us what you were doing, what you were launching, correct?
Yes.
You were in like the process of getting something
Right.
new going.
Right. Very exciting.
Now, I have to, before this whole conversation and interview begins, I have to reveal something about you.
Okay.
So when we met last year, which is one of the reasons I wanted Regina to come back on, I think after the interview, because your business is Carey On and your last name is Carey, I think I called you Carey a
Yes.
couple of times.
Right. Lots of people do.
Lots
That's
of,
right.
okay, and that's okay.
It is absolutely. I go by a lot of names. So
That's okay. But I wasn't quite sure, and there's what it was or is about you, but there was something, and we've been planning this trip to Disney World, and I've been thinking about this in regards to you, because Disney World is this magical place, and I was thinking about you this morning, thinking how magical our relationship is, and how you are.
thank you. I agree.
And I attended, and I don't know what it's called, I attended one of your workshops. And I would love to attend more, but I'm kind of a workaholic.
Right.
I attended a workshop that Regina had.
It was a
and
vision board, I think.
Vision board.
Yes.
I brought it.
You did.
I brought my vision board. I attended a vision board workshop
Oh, awesome.
that you did.
Yeah.
And this means a lot to me. Because the process in which you had us put together this vision board, I didn't think about it, which is what the way that you did it. I just tore out the pictures that meant something to me, that just stuck
Right.
out, right? And then tore out the words. You have this whole thing that you do. This is in my bathroom, behind my sink. And I look at it every morning ever since that vision. And I focus on, like, certain things will stand out to me, you know? But ever since, this has given me a ton of inspiration in my personal life. And has given me, and I consider myself a pretty positive person, has given me a ton of positive energy in the right direction in my professional career as well.
That's awesome.
So much so,
Yes.
seriously, this is an interview.
Yeah.
So much so that I went and bought a personal planner. And most people see me on here, but what they don't know is that my life basically lives behind a digital world. Social media, website, everything in my life is on my cell phone. All
Yes,
the photos
right.
from this interview, from photos from the township are on my cell phone. My entire life is the township. After that vision board session, these little, if you're on Instagram or Facebook, little ads pop up to buy a personal planner.
Yes.
I intentionally bought it after that vision session to intentionally plan a separate life from work, to be able to get, not that I don't like work because I love it, but to intentionally make a purposeful, personal pathway
Awesome.
in my life. And this is like hard for me to organize on
Yeah, it
a
takes
paper.
Yes, right.
And there's stickers in here and all kinds of motivational things. But it's from that vision board
I
session.
love it.
And so when we met last year and had our conversation, I was kind of who is Regina Carey? And I knew I wanted to get to know you more beyond the interview. And so, you know, you are a passionate, inspirational female, inspiring other females. And so I'm so glad you're back on today to talk about what you've been doing and your inspiration that you have and the pathway that you're going into. So I want to thank you.
You're welcome.
So much. I do.
Thank you for letting me know. I love to hear women come back and tell me stories about what happened as a result of their work, because this is not me doing the work, it's you doing the work. You have to decide to take the steps. But the cool thing is, it's like the genie's lamp, you know, it's like I just sort of shine that up a little bit and get some fire started. And then if you pay attention to what's happening, then you can do all sorts of things, you know, become who you want to become. It's more about the being, the becoming, than it is the doing. Because women can do lots of things. We're good at doing things.
Totally.
That's not the issue. The issue's never the doing, it's the being. So I knew that there were 3 things that I wanted to make sure that I hit today. That I want women to start seeing each other, to really start to look at people, look at other women in the eyes and smile and say good morning, say good afternoon, say, you know, have a great day, acknowledge one another. The second thing is I want women to pay attention to their bodies, because just like you were saying, there was something, you felt it, you were inspired, there was something, and you acted on that sensation. And we all hope that it's good stuff that's happening in our bodies, but sometimes we have icky stuff. Stress, anger, resentment. And when we feel those in our bodies never lie. So that's a great indicator for, hey, I do something, you know. And if you listen early to your body, then it doesn't corrode. You don't end up changing your life because you get cancer, or changing your life because you have to have surgery, or if you have a heart attack. No waiting. So start paying attention to your bodies. The last one is leap. And I know, like, jumping and leaping is huge right now. I think everybody's talking about it. I started to think about this a year ago when I went over and started this new arm of my company. But it's really about empowering women to leap. And it's about working from a heart-centered space. So living from a heart-centered space, working from a heart-centered space. I really think that the work that I'm doing now is in the arm of women's health. I think women are getting healthier and happier as a result of the work that we're doing together.
What is your...
Okay.
Go.
What is it?
Yeah.
So the best, because I don't have a banner, I don't have my things yet, but Plyovation is my new company, and it combines the idea of jump training. So plyometrics, we've heard of that. We've all done a box jump once or twice. And we know how difficult that can be. It combines jump training with all the Asians. So motivation, inspiration, aspiration, innovation, all the Asians. And what I'm doing right now in the pilot program is I've got a group of women from all walks of life who are ready to honor their calling by sharing their gifts. So I call them my plyovators, and they are willing to take greater than normal emotional risks to make changes in their lives. So they might be transitioning out of a job or a relationship, or rebuilding a home, or rebuilding a career. It's amazing to watch it unfold. And what I'm hearing from the group is that as we work on knowing who we are, really being authentic, making value-based decisions in all areas of our life, not just in our work, but we're feeling lighter, we're feeling happier. We want to get up in the morning. The sunshine helps, obviously, as of late.
It
but
does.
It makes a huge difference.
What was your motivation behind launching a business and in the first place?
Yeah. Well,
We're going to go back a little bit.
right. I think
before.
my motivation was really, it really started from hearing women say that they were fine all the time. Asking people how they are, and they say they were fine. And I wouldn't accept that anymore. I said no more. I once heard somebody say that you know a community if you know its women. And I thought, if women don't know who they are, if women are telling everybody they're fine, do you want to live in a fine community? No, you want to live in an amazing community, in a loving community, in a supportive, empowered community. And if we don't get our women to that point, then our community is going to be fine.
And so the plyovation part of it, how is that an extension, and how did that come about?
It's so once I work with women on posture, language, energy. Hey, it's because you're interested. You're leaning forward. But once we get sort of that outside, the surfacey kind of stuff taken care of, there had to be something more. We had to continue to dig a little deeper and challenge, because, like I said, women are great doers. So I would work with women, and they would get everything that they needed. Yep, I've got my strong language, I've got my posture, I know how to enter a room, I can do all those things. They are doing those things. Then I said, we've got to come from a core of authenticity, of what are your values, how are you making decisions, and are you okay with your decisions? So this is a little bit more about releasing the guilt, releasing the resentment, not looking over your shoulder, but continuing to leap, knowing that either the rest of these plyovators have you. We're going to support you and say, we got you. We'll cheer you on. We'll listen when you need to cry or get upset about something, and we'll move through it. They know they've got a support system. And what I want to do is I want to build this community of plyovators that I know that you know, that I have your best intention at heart, that I will lift you up, that I will promote you and tell people how awesome you are, no matter what. Because you know what it means to live a heart-centered life.
Yeah.
And it's, so I want people to continue this work. I can't do it all myself. I want other people out there doing the same thing.
How important is it to empower women to have a voice, to take that leap of faith?
Well, we're seeing it. We're seeing it more. We're seeing more women in leadership. We've got more female potential candidates for president. We've got more women standing up and saying, I want to be more than fine. I want to have my voice heard. I want to protect our children. I want to raise strong families that can not only continue the work, but we want our children to start where we end, not start where we started. And so if we can show them that we can reinvent what we're doing and create a new life for ourselves, then they look at us and say, yeah, I can do that. My mom did that. I know I can do that.
Now, I know each client that you have is unique and different, and there's not a, because we are all unique. And
Absolutely.
And it's okay. Yeah. And authenticity.
That's how it should be.
Authenticity is okay. Being you is okay.
Right.
There are often times in my life where I thought I needed to be someone else or act a different way, or and I'm almost 50, and well, not really, but almost, and I'm maybe in the last year, and I'm so glad I started this series last year. I met so amazing women last year and have continued relationships because there's an empowerment that happens for women to encourage other women to be their authentic selves.
Yes.
And to use their voice And I always thought of myself, and so I hope someone else out there is listening, I always thought of myself as a strong woman, but I didn't really realize, and this has been a transitional year for me, through most of the relationships that I've met last year doing this series, you know, especially you, and a few other key women who were on the show last year, of just knowing it's okay to be me. It's okay to be my authentic self and to pursue my own passions.
Yes.
You know?
Right. And that's a huge part of this too, is I tell women, if you are competitive, if you are comparing yourself to other people, if you're looking to the person next to you who's in the same line of business and say, I need to be more like her, or I want to outdo her, then this is not the program for you. Not everybody is ready to do this work, and that's okay too. I mean, lots of people aren't ready to do that because it means letting go of the idea that you want to be anybody other than yourself. And so we let go of comparing, and I teach people how to do that. And it's so freeing to stop looking at other people and saying, I want to be them.
And bringing out you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your book.
Okay.
Make a Splash. It's time to take action on your life. Tell us a little bit about this.
Okay, so this book came out a couple of years ago. It's actually an ebook, and I have just a few hard copies made. But so the idea behind this book is I took the top 10 things that people come to me in the coaching realm of my work.
Yeah.
Overwhelm, procrastination, anxiety, some of the things that get in the way.
The weight of the world.
The weight of the world, yes.
I hear that so often.
So there are a lot of things that trip us up, and there are a lot of stories that we tell ourselves. And so the idea of this book was find what's getting in your way, read a little bit, and my writings are real simple in here, short, to the point. There are reminders, and then there are actions you can take. So I love water. I've always collected rocks, and I use the rocks as a way to get you to move. So there's a pebble action that you can take, which is real small if you're not ready to, go off and get to therapy or something, let's say. But a small action might be to be aware of your anxiety. What is it? Where do you notice it in your body when you have it? Stone size action might be, okay, every time I feel anxiety, I'm going to start doing something. So if I feel that sensation coming on, one step up might get out from behind your desk, go outside and walk around a building, or
we do that here.
You do that.
We do.
Good.
And it's so helpful.
Right. So that's taking action on something that I need a shift. I'm going to get outside, walk around and come back. And then a bolder size might be identify a trigger. Like it might be your relationship. It might be your work. And journal about it. Start noticing a pattern. Well, every time I wake up, I don't want to go to work. I feel sick about going to work. I come in and I get sick. I start getting migraines. Okay, so let's investigate that a little bigger. That's a bolder size action. That's really getting to the heart of where the anxiety is and doing something about it. So the book is not real long. It's really digestible, and it's all based on where you are in your journey, how ready you are to take action.
And it's an ebook, so it's online.
It's on my website, yes.
Okay, it's on your website, Carey on.
Yes.
Carey.
Yes.
On.
Yes.
How can people find you? I'm thinking about Instagram, which is why I stumbled there a little bit, because Carey has motivational little graphics that you do on Instagram.
I do, yeah.
What's your Instagram handle? Is it Carey on?
It's Coach Me Carey.
Okay.
I think
Coach Me Carey.
Coach Me Carey. I think all of my
on
stuff
Instagram
is Coach Me Carey. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then, are you on Facebook?
I am.
All right. What little words of wisdom or a little bit of advice can you give females out there who may be listening and hesitant to take, even a little baby step?
Okay, so I'll hit my 3 points again. So, women, I want you to notice each other. And so, getting over that hump of starting to acknowledge other women helps you get through that comparison the comparisonitis or whatever we call it. So
You're doing
notice
lifting
each other.
instead of comparing.
You're acknowledging people and complimenting people, and it's such a healthy behavior to start using. The second thing is to pay attention to your body. So if you're watching this and you have something in your body that's saying, yes, listen to me, you know, you can contact me, we can have a conversation. But your body never lies. So listen to your body. And the third thing is leap. If you believe that it's time to make a change in your life, do it. Do it. I'm saying no more waiting. Now is the perfect time. Our whole universal energy is shifting into a more female, empowered way of life. So listen to it.
How can people get a hold of you via email or cell phone or telephone if they want to contact you that way?
It's all my information's on the website. So you can, if you look at reginacarey.com, Carry On, even if you go to plyovation.com, it will take you to the website. So lots of ways to find me. I'm very accessible, so reach out. I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I always love having a conversation with you. It's always empowering, you know, and this Women in Leadership Program series is exactly what you're talking about. It's empowering women.
Absolutely.
Even to be a leader with them.
Yes.
Right?
That's where it has to start.
That's where it has to start. Thank you so much, Regina.
You're welcome.
Love having you on.
Thanks.
And I want to thank you for watching.